Hello, I'm Claire Smith and welcome to my channel. So today I've got a declutter video. This is a very hesitant declutter because I don't generally enjoy doing declutters. I feel like it's a very bad cycle to get into where you're buying things and then just getting rid of them. I like to give things a fair go before I declutter them. And I also like to just pass them on to someone who I think will enjoy them. You can't win all the time when you're blind buying things. So the first one I'm going to talk about is CK Into You, Her. So this one is a really hesitant declutter because I just absolutely adore the opening of this fragrance. So the opening is really citrusy. It's got grapefruit and bergamot and it's just really fresh smelling. It's exactly what I want from a summer perfume and it's really unisex feeling as well. I think for me, the problem with this fragrance is the dry down. So the dry down is really warm feeling. I think maybe because of the amber and there's something called red cedar in this. And I think that's what I don't like. Or maybe it's the cactus. I don't really know exactly what it is that I don't like, but there's something in this that makes me think of latex gloves. It also makes me think of a smoker's breath when they're trying to cover up the smell of smoking with a minty gum. There's something really that I don't like. It's kind of bitter and it just doesn't smell like how other people describe it to me. So I've heard this one described as smelling like a man's skin, like a clean man. I don't get that vibe at all, but I don't, so maybe that's not what I have experienced from clean man. But yeah, it's not for me. I really love the opening though. I just wish it would last. If the opening lasted, this one would be my dream summer scent. So that's CK Into You, Her. It's just such a shame. So the second fragrance is actually this one. So this is Marc Jacobs Honey. I really do generally like most Marc Jacobs fragrances, but this one I just cannot get on board with. So I bought this fragrance because one, I'd been looking at the violet version of this fragrance and I just couldn't get hold of it. It's virtually impossible to find and I think that's really where I should have left it, but I didn't. I ended up buying this one. This one's been discontinued and I think that it's quite hard to find still sometimes, but it does kind of drift in and out of stock on various fragrance websites, but yeah, it has been discontinued. So this one I've seen cited as some people's favourites. So I think Tara Michelle has said that this is one of her favourite fragrances. So she's at Opinionated Scents here on YouTube. And I've seen a couple of other people say that they really like this one. I kind of wanted this to be more of a honey fragrance. And really I think this fragrance has been misnamed because I don't really get much honey from this fragrance. I get more of the fruit punch note. It's very much more of a kind of citrusy punch to me, this fragrance, with a bit of white floral. I find it very much like a variant of fairy washing up liquid, this fragrance. I know that's really insulting and it's just different people smell different things, but yeah, it smells like washing up liquid. So I don't really want this one. So that's another one I'm decluttering, Honey by Marc Jacobs. The third fragrance that I'm getting rid of is this one. So this was a Collateral Damage fragrance from a fragrance bundle and I really wanted the other fragrance rather than this one. And yeah, I just thought I'll keep trying it. Maybe I'll enjoy it, but I haven't really got on board with this one either. So this one is like a powdery vanilla fragrance, but it's more of a very gentle vanilla with kind of a fruity note over the top of it. So I think the problem with this one is I'm not that big a fan of peach and this one does smell quite peachy to me now. I don't think I really got the peach initially, but yeah, it's got that kind of very artificial peach flavour of the jasmine lactate, So the next fragrance that I'm parting ways with is this one. So this is Dolce Gabbana's The One. I bought this fragrance as part of a bundle and I really wanted the other fragrance in the bundle and not so much this one. And I thought, oh, well, I'll try this out, see how it goes. And I tried it a couple of times and it was like, oh, it's okay. But you know, when a fragrance is just okay, you don't really reach for it because you just rather wear one that you really truly love. And I know that a lot of people do really love this. So I am sorry to let this one go and to not be able to appreciate it, but I don't really get the love from this one. So This to me is kind of a powdery vanilla, but it also has a lot of peach. And I'm coming to believe that I don't really enjoy peach that much. I think that's the only logical conclusion that I'm gaining from my fragrance likes and dislikes now. I think I like a more fresh peach rather than a peach with vanilla, a more gourmand peach. I like something that's more watery smelling than this fragrance. So this fragrance is really quite rich. It's quite white floral as well. I think I have a problem with lily as well. I think I like more fresh feeling fragrances than this. So this fragrance is like a powdery vanilla, but it also has a really strong peach note. And I think I didn't really realise how strong the peach was when I first bought this. Through wearing this more, that's really all I smell now. I just smell a peachy vanilla. And I think that I do like peach, but I don't really think that I like it when it isn't a very fresh feeling watery peach. So I think this one has to go, really. I'm sorry if you love this one. I know a lot of people do. Hopefully I can find a good home for it to go to. But yeah, this one's leaving my collection too. So the next fragrance that I'm going to declutter is this one. So this is my headless cat. This is Meow. So this is a celebrity scent. This is by Katy Perry. And I bought this for a bedtime scent. And in the winter I did wear this as a bedtime scent. And I liked it, but I just found it a bit cloying. I think it's just a bit too sweet for me. I think I'm also becoming to realise as I go on my fragrance journey of learning what my likes and dislikes are, I think that I've realised that I really don't like super sweet scents. And this one, although it's kind of milky and creamy as well as sweet, it's kind of vanilla-y, powdery sweet. It just is very, very sweet. It's just too sweet for me. I mean, there is a bit of pear in this as well, and there's also some citrus, but really, to me, I don't know what it is. I smell caramel in this fragrance, and it's not listed in the notes. I also smell something that resembles raspberries in this scent, but again, that's not listed in the notes. So yeah, I think, I could keep this, I could wear it to bed, but I just don't really see the need. This one's being discontinued. It's getting quite hard to find, I think, as well. So hopefully I should find someone who wants this one. I think this is actually quite a well-regarded celebrity perfume, actually. I think it's also been compared to one of Ariana Grande's perfumes. I forget what it's called, but it's the pink one in the like bomb style bottle. I'll put a picture up. So yeah, hopefully someone will love this one. I think also this fragrance just feels a bit young for me. I'm trying to be a grown-up, and this fragrance really isn't helping. So that's my next declutter, Meow by Katy Perry. So the final fragrance that I'm decluttering is actually this one. So this is Gucci Rush. So this is a bit of a cheat declutter because I originally had 2 bottles of this fragrance. So when I first bought this, they came as a lot of 2 for some reason. So I've just sold one of the bottles because I know I won't get through it, because this is the kind of fragrance that I wear once in a blue moon. It's a very particular feeling to me, this fragrance. This fragrance requires a celebration. It requires something where you're going to be wearing a party dress. It requires dancing. It requires a lot of drinking. And yeah, it just hasn't happened a lot in times recently, I think. But yeah, so I've only got this one bottle left now. And this bottle and the bottle I sold is really quite rare because it's the original formulation. So these bottles date to 2009. And Gucci Rush has been reformulated, so the notes now are virtually unrecognisable from the original notes. The original had peach in it, and the new one doesn't have any peach in it. So in my review video for Gucci Rush, I do say about how to date your bottle, and I leave some information in the description box. So I'm going to link that video down below just in case you do own Gucci Rush and you want to see whether you've got the original or the newer formulation. So yeah, Gucci Rush is a complete classic. It's got kind of a very plasticky smelling peach in it, but yeah, it's also kind of beautiful in a weird kind of way. It's lots of jasmine, and it's just meant to have that idea of being synthetic. And yeah, it is synthetic, but that's why it's joyous. But yeah, I can't see me getting through 2 whole bottles of Gucci Rush. So in an effort to cull my collection slightly and to free up some money, because basically that's what perfume is, isn't it? It's cash in the form of objects. That's how I look at it anyway. Yeah, I just didn't need 2 bottles, but it's not that I don't like Gucci Rush. It's more that you only need 1 or 2 sprays because it's so strong and it's so piercing. And yeah, especially with my collection size as it is, I'm just never ever going to get onto that second bottle. So there's really no point in me keeping the other bottle. I might as well just let someone else enjoy it. So that's my final declutter of my extra spare bottle of Gucci Rush. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, then please press the like button. And if you haven't already, then please consider subscribing because I do loads and loads of fragrance related content. I absolutely love perfume. I love talking about perfume. I love talking about perfume science as well. So if that kind of thing interests you, then please subscribe. Please check out my other videos and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.